What is the crack, guys? And today is going to be an informative type video on what has happened over the past few days in relation to the gaming community and the gaming news that has just dropped. Now, before we get into any of that, this is my very first video on this channel, so if you do like it, you do enjoy it, please show your support by subscribing and hitting that like button, and leave a bit of feedback in the comments to what I could do different and what you would like to see. So without further ado, let's get into the news. Alright guys, we're going to start our channel off with a bang, and we're going to do this by covering a bit of information that has been released over the past 48 hours or so. And you may have heard this, you may not have heard this, but it is that Shadow of War has been released. Now this is the sequel to Shadow of Mordor, and I don't know if you have ever played it, but it was an amazing game, and there actually is, the gameplay you're seeing in the background here now is gameplay from that game, and you can see that the graphics are amazing, the gameplay mechanics are amazing, the overall fighting mechanics were absolutely unbelievable. Now the campaign, there is mixed opinions about what happened in the campaign. To be fair, it was a bit disappointing at the end, but they're only going to build upon that in Shadow of War. So Shadow of War has its own trailer, PS4 have confirmed it, and Xbox have confirmed it, so this isn't a rumour, this is 100%, and it is to drop in August of 2017. That's only 6 months away. I couldn't, whenever I seen it, I couldn't believe that it was out this soon. Like, usually they announce games a year or 2 years prior to the release date, but they've actually went and that is said it's coming this year, so that's amazing news. Alright guys, in terms of the mechanics of Shadow of War, we don't know much as of yet, but what we do know is that the Nemesis system that was in Shadow of Mordor and worked very well will be receiving a lot of attention for this new game, and I think it should also, because it was very good in Shadow of Mordor, but I just felt it needed a wee bit something more. There was a lot of potential there, and I believe it only achieved half its potential, so I hope they get it right this time, and I think they should. Alright guys, in terms of the new storyline that's going to be in Shadow of War, I'd personally like to see them stay away from the Lord of the Rings storyline. I know it all has to be linked in because of Middle Earth and things like that, but I just hope that it's completely different from that, because you sort of know what the outcome is going to be. So I hope it's just a completely new storyline. I think the protagonist is the same person, but just something that you don't know what the end of it's going to be like, and I hope it has a better ending than Shadow of Mordor. It just felt really unsatisfactory playing through the whole game with really good combat mechanics in the game, and then just getting really disappointed at the end of it. Alright guys, something that I did forget to mention was that Shadow of War will be made compatible with the Xbox Scorpio early this year. So that means you're going to be able to play it in 4K. I don't know if the Xbox Scorpio is compatible with 60 FPS at 4K. I doubt it, but we're going to have to see. I really doubt it. I think it's only going to be 30 FPS, but 1080p will be 60 FPS. But yeah, it looked amazing on the PS4 a few years ago. I just can't wait to see what they're going to do with it this year on the new hardware. So yeah, on to the next news. Alright guys, moving on to our next news report of today, and it is about H1Z1 coming to the consoles. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been waiting on this game to come on to consoles for a very long time. I've played it on PC and I really enjoyed it, that's why I cannot wait for it to come on consoles. We have a bit of information here. It was supposed to come out in summer 2016, and obviously there's a huge delay because of the ports. You can't get it ported over without it. So obviously they're going to run into problems and bugs, and so they're not going to release a half-finished game. So yeah, that's why it's taking long. We have a quote here from the devs at H1Z1. They said that they don't want to promise an exact date. They're committed to doing it in the best way possible at the expense of time. So basically they don't want to take too much time in perfection and getting it right. They want to perfect it as soon as possible so players can essentially play it as soon as possible on the consoles. Console players can enjoy it just as PC players. They also said they'll keep us up to speed with the progress they're making. So if you want to go follow them on Twitter and Reddit and see what information, but I will try and cover it. This information isn't new, but I just thought if you haven't seen it, I'd just cover it for you, because I've been waiting for this game for a very long time. I'm just wondering where the hell is it? You know what I mean? It's just keeps getting delayed, and these things are coming out from PC, and you would think that they might try cover PS4, Xbox players first, saying that they don't even have the game out at all on those two consoles. So I'm sort of thinking, why are they adding stuff? to the PC version when they don't have any console version perfected yet, even out on the consoles. You know what I mean? So it's sort of, I don't know what the situation is over there, obviously, but yeah, I'll try and cover more details as they come out, but as it's very slow, the details that we're getting hardly any over the past year. Yeah, I'll try and cover that. Alright guys, that is the end of today's video. Shout out to all those ones who actually made it to the end of the video. Big shout out to you guys. Two things I want to say. One, I'm sorry for the static. Very sorry for the video. I think the microphone level was a bit too high. I was trying to control that. Secondly, I want to say that this is the very first video on my channel, so all feedback is appreciated. Just leave a comment in the comment section below. Different things like that. Just make it entertaining. And if you do like to see this video, please click the subscribe button. Hit that like button, because I'll try to do daily videos, news reviews, vlogs maybe at some stage, things like that. So, and I did promise that I'd show you the nemesis system on what set Shadow Mordor apart from all the rest of the games. Very good. Here's an example of it. I'm just gonna stop talking before I start talking a load of shit. So, thanks a million for watching the video, guys, and see you in the next one.
Are you ready to join a real army, maggots? On my own, Ulrich. Clearly, I should have checked your pulse last time I left you for dead. Chop at your bits! Fool! Not today! I'll never back down! You try! Face me, Todd! I refuse to let this be the end of my story.
Finally, you are silenced.